Welcome to episode 30 of Drive Tour. In today's episode, we're going to take a trip back to Dallas. We're going to travel onto Interstate 635, which is a semi-radial loop around Dallas, Texas. Interstate 635 starts at an interchange with Interstate 20 in Balch Springs, Texas, and loops around the eastern and northern sections of Dallas. It passes through the following cities: Mesquite, Garland, Farmers Branch, Coppell, and Grapevine. Interstate 635 ends at an interchange with Texas State Highway 121 and Texas State Highway 114 near the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Now, when Interstate 635 was built, it was actually longer than it is today, starting not at Interstate 20 where it is now, but at Interstate 35E south of Dallas. This was built in sections. In 1969, I-635 was opened from Texas State Highway 310, which is the former US 75 alignment before I-45 was built, to Interstate 30 in Garland, passing across US 80, which is the former alignment for Interstate 20. The second section was opened in 1970 between State Highway 310 and Interstate 35E. At the time the two sections were open, Interstate 20 was routed over the Dallas-Fort Worth Turnpike. However, in 1971, Interstate 20 was completed on the south side of Dallas. It was then moved from its old alignment with US 80 and routed onto a brand new alignment. Unfortunately, the new route alignment encompasses Interstate 635 from I-35E to the new interchange with Interstate 20. Interstate 635 was then truncated and the affected route became I-20. Currently, there is a project underway to expand Interstate 635 from Interstate 30 to US 75, adding brand new Texpress lanes, which are high-occupancy toll lanes. Now, if you're not familiar with what a Texpress lane looks like, episode 29, which is the I-30 former Dallas-Fort Worth Turnpike episode, will show me traveling on a reversible Texpress lane. Later in the video, the screen will split with two videos, or views. The view on the left will be the I-635 Texpress lanes, and those lanes for I-635 are a little bit different versus the other Texpress lanes throughout Dallas and Fort Worth, as these lanes are below grade level and literally travel in a trench with the main lanes of 635 above the Texpress lanes. Now, Texpress lanes work like regular toll lanes, as all vehicles must pay a toll to use the lanes. Cars that are registered as high-occupancy vehicles and motorcycles that are registered can obtain a 50% discount by activating the Texpress app. Now, the following electronic toll tags are accepted on all Texpress and NTTA-controlled toll roads throughout Dallas and Fort Worth. The NTTA toll tag, the Tex.Tex tag, the HCTRA's Easy tag, Oklahoma's Pike Pass, Kansas K tag, and now Florida's Sun Pass Pro. Now let's talk about a few major roads that we're already crossed or will be crossing during our travels on Interstate 635. Let's start with US 80. US 80 is an east-west route that starts at an interchange with I-30 a few miles to the west of the interchange with I-635 and travels 1,035 miles or 1,666 kilometers to Georgia State Highway 26 in Tybee Island, Georgia, about 1 block from the Atlantic Ocean. Now, US 80 originally started in San Diego, California, before it was truncated to its current western terminus in 1991. US 80 from its western terminus to Texas State Spur 557, also including Texas State Spur 557, was the old alignment for Interstate 20. Interstate 30 is a short major interstate, and those are interstates that end in 0 or 5. In fact, it is the shortest major interstate in the entire system, with one exception, Interstate 45, which ironically also ends its northern terminus on Interstate 30. Interstate 30 starts at an interchange with Interstate 20 just west of Fort Worth, Texas, and continues until reaching an interchange with Interstate 40, US 65, US 67, and US 167 in Little Rock, Arkansas. US 67 either is multiplexed onto or follows Interstate 30 for most of its length. I-30 between Dallas and Fort Worth was the Dallas-Fort Worth Turnpike between 1971 and 1977. US 75 is a north-south highway that has a debatable southern starting point. According to the road signs, the start of US 75 is at the interchange with I-30, I-45, and the unsigned I-345 in Dallas. However, according to the Texas Department of Transportation's highway database, the actual start is at an interchange with Texas State Spur 366, located 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers north of the I-30, I-45, and I-345 interchange. US 75 then travels north for 1,239 miles, or 1,994 kilometers, to the Canadian border in Noyes, Minnesota. 2 interesting facts about US 75 you should know. The first fact is that the original southern terminus wasn't in Dallas, but actually in Galveston, Texas, at the Galveston seawall next to the shoreline of the Gulf of Mexico. This section between Dallas and Galveston, which includes Houston, was truncated in 1987. The second fact is that the Canadian border crossing at the northern end of US 75 is permanently closed, which means US 75 simply ends without connecting to anything. Were the border be open today, it would connect into Provincial Road 200 in Emerson, Manitoba, Canada. To enter Canada, you would then need to, right now, travel west into North Dakota and then take I-29 into Canada, which will lead you to Emerson, Manitoba, Canada. Texas State Highway 289 is next on the list. Known for most of its length as Preston Road, it starts at an intersection with Preston Road and Texas State Loop 12 in Dallas. It continues north through the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex until it reaches Elks Boulevard in Pottsboro, Texas, near the Texas-Oklahoma border. The Dallas North Tollway is a tollway operated by the North Texas Tollway Authority, or NTTA, and is the oldest active toll facility in Texas and the second oldest in state history, behind the now defunct Dallas-Fort Worth Turnpike. Dallas North Tollway starts at the pair of ramps off of I-35E in Dallas and travels north for 30.2 miles, or 48.6 kilometers, to US 380 in Frisco, Texas. The first segment from downtown Dallas to Interstate 635 opened in June of 1968. Then it was extended to Briar Grove Lane in 1987, to Legacy Drive in Plano in 1994, to Gaylord Parkway Frisco in 2004, and finally to US 380 in 2007. The bridges over US 380 opened in 2023. A future extension is planned to extend the toll road from US 380 to the Collin-Grayson County line. Interstate 35E is the eastern segment of Interstate 35. Interstate 35 starts at an intersection with Business Interstate 35 in Laredo, Texas, just north of the U.S.-Mexico border crossing. It travels north-northeast for 1,569 miles, or 2,525 kilometers, ending at a Minnesota State Highway 61 in Duluth, Minnesota. Now, what's unique about Interstate 35 is that the route splits into 2 interstates at Hillsboro, Texas. I-35E services Dallas and Dallas County, while I-35W services Fort Worth and Tarrant County. Both interstates merge together into a single I-35 in Denton, Texas. The same split also happens in Minneapolis and St. Paul in Minnesota. Next on the list is President George Bush Turnpike, which is a toll facility operated by the North Texas Tollway Authority, or NTTA. This facility is a half-loop traversing around the northern half of Dallas, passing through cities such as Rowlett, Sache, Plano, Richardson, Carrollton, Irving, and Grand Prairie. It starts at an interchange on the east side of Dallas with I-30 in Rowlett, Texas. From there, it travels in a counter-clockwise direction, crossing US 75, Dallas North Tollway, Interstate 35E, and Interstate 635. At Beltline Road on the east side of the DFW airport, the tollway becomes free and renamed Texas State Highway 161. This continues until it's interchanged with Texas State Highway 183, which then it turns back into a toll road and finally ends at an interchange with Interstate 20. Last but not least, we'll talk about Texas State Highway 121 and Texas State Highway 114. State Highway 121 starts at an interchange with Texas State Highway 78 in Bonham, Texas, and travels 85.5 miles, or 137.7 kilometers, to an intersection with US 67 in Cleburne, Texas. The section between US 75 and Interstate 35E is known as the Sam Rayburn Tollway, with the service roads being State Highway 121, and the section between I-30 and Fort Worth to US 67 is the Chisholm Trail Parkway, both operated by NTTA. Texas State Highway 114 is an east-west state highway that begins at an interchange with Texas State Highway 183 in Irving, Texas. The highway travels west for 194.4 miles or 312.9 kilometers until it reaches the Texas-New Mexico border, at which time it changes designations to New Mexico State Highway 114. Both State Highway 121 and State Highway 114 make up the northern edge of the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport.